Why do I need to go through any extra layer of things? There are two things that happens. You pay an extra fee and you incur extra risk, right? Risk that you don't see is the worst kind of risk. There's a difference between risk and uncertainty. And I explain to people this way. You have two guys walking into a Vegas poker table. One is a professional poker player. One is a guy who loves poker. They could know the same amount of stuff, knowledge-wise, on the same level, right? But the guy who's a professional poker player has the mindset that he walks in, he doesn't play every hand because he look at his hand and he already can calculate the payout, what it's going to be. So he folds a lot. He doesn't go with every hand because he knows what the payout is going to be. But the guy who just playing poker, who loves poker, he plays every hand and he wants to see what sticks. That's gambling. And that's what a lot of, I think, in the retail world, what people do is they buy these random stocks and they're just hoping that something will stick. And so I don't call that investing. I call that gambling, or at best, trading that is unnecessary. So I think, I tell people, like, you can do that. There are people who enjoy that process, and I totally get it. That's why Vegas exists. But it's like, people are like, oh, even my own mother is like, oh, I need my own play money. And I'm like, no, you don't. Because I've seen your account, and I'm taking over everything. Like, you and my dad, like, just, that's it. At some point, the children becomes the parent, and you're just like, nope. Like, I love you, Mom, but you're not gonna trade your account. I said, I guess it's the same thing as like going to Vegas. I'm gonna spend $1,000 playing slots, and when I'm done $1,000, you walk away. But you gotta have that mindset. You gotta set it before you walk in and say, I will walk away at $1,000. And that for some people is really hard to do. And that's not even like us talking about how, and Bella knows I'm really interested in this, is how our neurobiology affect our decision-making process, right? Like, I was talking to this one woman, and both of our sons are neurotypical kids. And so she was telling me, like, I was telling her, I was like, look, like, if you have ADHD, right, you can be impulsive or you can be inattentiveness, right? Those are two very different subdiagnoses. And if you think of it from a money perspective, those are also two very different decision paths that you go on. Somebody who's attentive, maybe they forget to pay bills, maybe they forget to enroll in, auto debit and stuff like that, versus somebody who's impulsive. It's like they want to hit everything to get the dopamine. They want to buy everything, that's a separate thing to work on.